morning, everybody. I am going to do, I bet you don't even know. Maybe you do. So you see how it's white all along here? That isn't leftover food, and I only scrubbed it for days and days before I felt it. And it's actually the lining or the paint or whatever they use that has come off. Isn't that weird? I'm going to need a new one. I've had this a long time anyway. And so anyway, in this particular case, it's not going to matter, but I'm not going to be making food in this anymore. So this is going to be a simmer pot, or I don't know what else to call it, a potpourri pot. And I just have some things that I got from my pantry and from my refrigerator and from my garden. So I'm not going to put this in, but I thought about it, and then I thought, well, no, because the scent I'm going for is more of a baking, and this is more of a different kind. Supposedly, simmering rosemary gives a good memory for you. It improves your memory. It doesn't give you a good memory. It improves your memory. I am not a healthcare professional, and I have not researched this. I just read it. Okay, so what I did was these are expired, these cinnamon sticks, but that's okay. You don't have to have the freshest stuff in here. There's plenty of scent left in here. I've got cinnamon sticks, and then I've also got actual cinnamon. And I've got, these are elderberries in the bottom here. And so I make elderberry syrup. These are actually dried elderberries. And it tastes like a grape syrup when you make it. And I used to give it, well, I would take it myself, but I would give it to my kids, and my granddaughter had some that I gave her too, and they love it. So when they've got a cold, give them some elderberry syrup. I'm not a healthcare professional. I haven't researched this. I'm just sharing it. Look at that, elderberry syrup. And I got that from Frontier. They're an herbal company, I guess, or spices and herbs. And then this ginger is like 2 years outdated. I just emptied what I had to get it out. It was from 2024. I have more ginger now. Oh, here we go. Turn it over right. There we go. September of 24. So it'll be good in here though. And these are whole cloves. And I've got some fresh cranberries. And I've cut up some lovely oranges. In addition, I plan to put some orange zest inside so that it'll even smell better. So what I'm going to do is, I've got some tap water here, and I'll just pour it in. You know what? I'm going to need double that. I plugged it in, and I turned it up on high. For now, I would turn it down to warm after it's, completely warm and it's got all of the stuff in it. But anyway, I used about 2.5 of these, I think, total. Not that it matters, you just check how much water. This isn't even a water container. It's a sourdough starter jar, a weck jar. W-E-C-K, not wet. Weck. So anyway, now I'm going to turn on some more lights so you can maybe see inside better. Okay, I just had some apple, and I just chucked a couple of pieces in there. I washed my hands after I did that because I will touch my eyes, and they will seal shut. They will swell, just boom. So we try not to touch our eyes until we've washed our hands. I'm terrible about touching my face when I shouldn't. All right, so the next thing I think I'm going to do is ginger, because I want it'll float until it gets heated up. There we go. So that was ginger and whole cloves. Oh, it's going to smell so good. And then the next thing is I have these oranges, and I'm just going to plop them in. They're not cutting it, there's big pieces and little pieces, and, I tried to cut the stems off because they don't help. We got a floaty clove up there, the only one. That's how you know that they're expired. You can do a lot with expired spices. Don't throw your expired spices out. And then next, I have the cinnamon sticks and cinnamon powder. I need a wooden spoon. Yeah, that's going to take a while for it to be warm enough to be incorporated, right? Right now it looks like garbage. It smells good though already. Okay, so then these will probably float. I mean, they're supposed to float. Yep, they do. This is gonna smell so good. And then finally I have elderberries and star anise. And both of these things will smell like baking. In they go. And I am going to have to put the camera down for a sec and do the orange zest. I've got an orange, a zester, and a ramekin. Bye! Alrighty, it's all in there, and it does not look good right now, but it will. Ow, that is very hot on the exterior, and it should not be. It is time for a new one. Wah, wah. The crock is not nearly as hot as this thing is. I would never leave the house with it on. Okay, apples, oranges, cranberries, spices, and of course, I didn't use this, but I'll do something else with that. I've got so much rosemary, so much in my front garden. It just does really well here in the Pacific Northwest for whatever reason. Maybe it does well everywhere, but I'm going to put a lid on this and come back and check it in a little while and see if it is, you know, starting to bubble and simmer. And at that point, I'll turn it down on low. And I'll save this on the counter just like it is. And then, you know, like in the afternoon, if I want to turn it on, I will. And I'll do that for like a couple of days. And then I'll go ahead and use a strainer, drain out the solids, throw it away, and clean up the, yeah, I won't clean this up. This will go in the garbage too. Anyway, I'll be back. Did I show you guys that I got these? I got them from Walmart, and they were cheap, like maybe $5.99 a piece. And the only difference in these two, they're the same color, they're both supposed to be a dark red, is the color of the pot. So one's gray and one's green. And I was thinking about giving one away, but I wanted to get a more special one for the person I was going to give to. And these are kind of basic. But anyway, this one's winning. This one's trying, but this one's definitely winning. And the funny thing is, this one's buried deeper in the dirt. And this one has less dirt. Isn't that odd? Anyway, I'll try to take a picture of these now and then so you can watch them grow. I suspect that these will bloom long before Christmas and be done. It just occurred to me, some of you may not even know what these are. They're amaryllis. It's just a bulb that flowers, and this one has at least two, and this one has at least two, but a lot of times they'll have 3 and 4. All right, this is nice and warm now. It's not, you know, simmering yet, but it's nice and warm, and it smells so, so good. I thought there was something that I should have said that I didn't, and that was that the oranges that I used were soft. You know, they were okay to eat, but they certainly weren't great. And the apple that I used was mostly brown, and I cut off what was not brown. I only got 2 pieces off of that apple. And then I said that the spices were mostly expired. Some of them not, but most of them were. You know, if you wanted to make this, you could do it with, you know, like if you went through your cranberries and picked out the ones that were not worthy. And usually there's, you know, in a package of fresh cranberries, there'll be 10 or so that look like they've seen better days. Just pick those out, throw them in your freezer. When you peel an apple, if you peel an apple, you can use the peelings. If you cut it for the kids and you have a core left, the core works just as fine. You know, just use what you're going to not use rather than spend the money. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't waste your food just for the scent, because it's possible to use expired things, not worthy things like that. So this is going to be on for a little bit longer until it comes to a good simmer. And put the lid back on. Right, it's ready to be turned off. I'm ready to go to bed. And so I'll just put the lid on it, turn it off, and it'll be fine. Those apples are totally cooked. So, off. I think I'll unplug it too, just in case it tries anything sketchy. Unplugged, and did I say this or just think it? Kids are going to be disappointed when they get up in the morning and there's nothing that smells this good to eat. That's all I have, you guys. Thanks for watching my channel. And if you've already subscribed, thank you. And if you haven't yet subscribed, I would love to get to know you and, subscribe, say hi, press the like button. Take care and good night.